everybody, this is Elizabeth Maruyama, and today we are at our ILA 2026 with a lot of our American immigration attorney. So today we have attorney Kevin here that you are family. So Kevin gonna talk about the memo of adjustment of status a little bit.
Yeah, so recently we had the memo from USCIS to the field offices talking about adjustment of status for folks who are here in the U.S. To a green card, that would be considered extraordinary relief in some cases. Primarily what this was directed to is people who have potentially gaps in their approved stay in the U.S. We're looking at things like F1 students, possibly other non-immigrant status, where there's a question about whether or not you came to the U.S. With an intent to return, or whether you overstayed or went out of status, and how that might affect USCIS granting you a green card after that period is over.
Yeah, and this is okay. And then I want to ask if you think, because from the memo they say USCIS can have their own decision from that person who going to interview with adjustment of status I-485. Do you think USCIS who have been experienced for those kind of person before how they're gonna react with this memo?
Well, yes, it's very. So after the memo, so far it's been inconsistent as to what USCIS does with these cases. In some situations, USCIS asks questions where there might be an issue of whether the person should have, from USCIS' point of view, should have chosen consular processing as opposed to adjustment of status. So the questions involve why did you decide to adjust status here in the U.S.? What are your ties to the U.S.? And there's a few questions that are in the memo, I believe, or that have been extracted from the memo that relate to this. And what it is that this just reminds people that USCIS has discretion to grant adjustment of status, and that's always been the case. So people should always be prepared to answer questions such as these.
Yeah, and then do you think it will be able for people who maybe USCIS send a lot of RFE about why do you need to stay in the US or whatever, and then they have their attorney represent, or either of them don't have it, will they be able to get the chance to get the appeal or refiling inside the US?
Yeah, I think
it's okay.
Yeah, I think the thing is that people should go ahead and file without being concerned about getting an RFE or a denial, as long as they can justify their reason for adjustment of status. For example, with spouse of U.S. citizen, probably the most common filing category. For those folks, really just proving good ties to the U.S., work history, and that sort of thing. And obviously, you want to avoid recent arrival, recent filing for a non-immigrant visa to the U.S., and then getting married, and then filing. That's obviously a red flag, and those cases are still going to be scrutinized heavily.
But thank you so much for sharing those information and with your experience. I think I'm looking a lot of it. No one know how the memo gonna work
right.
the same weeks, but we have to see what USCIS, most of USCIS plan to do anything with it, whatever they find out, whatever they try to do. But thank you so much, Attorney Kevin. We like to have you again sometime.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.